There's a quiet thief that steals from millions of us as we get older. It creeps in slowly, turning mornings into battles and robbing us of the simple joys of walking, gardening, or even holding a coffee mug without wincing. That thief is arthritis pain, and while many people are told their only weapons are pills with side effects, I want to let you in on a surprising truth. Nature has hidden remedies right in your kitchen cabinet. Imagine if the very spices you sprinkle on your breakfast or stir into your tea could unlock the key to freer movement and less stiffness. I'm Dr. Brian, and welcome to Channel Wellness Blueprint Over 50. Today, I'll take you on a journey through science, stories, and hope, showing you 5 everyday spices, backed by research, that can help soothe aching joints and give you back some freedom. When I think of turmeric, I picture that deep golden powder sitting quietly in the spice jar, almost glowing with the color of sunlight. For centuries, healers across Asia have called it the golden healer, and for good reason. Its secret weapon is a compound called curcumin, and what it does inside the body is nothing short of remarkable. Imagine inflammation as a fire smoldering in your joints, sending up smoke signals of pain and stiffness. Curcumin acts like a gentle fire brigade, calming the flames before they rage out of control. One of my patients, Margaret, a retired teacher in her 70s, came to me frustrated. Her mornings were filled with swollen hands and her knees made climbing stairs feel like scaling a mountain. She wanted relief but feared the long-term risks of daily painkillers. We talked about simple changes, and one of those was adding turmeric to her meals. She began with golden milk in the evenings, a warm blend of almond milk, turmeric, honey, and just a pinch of black pepper. Within weeks, she noticed something subtle yet life-changing. She could button her blouse in the morning without wincing. Small victories became big steps toward independence. Now here's a key detail many people miss. Turmeric on its own isn't absorbed well by the body. That's where black pepper comes in. A compound in black pepper, called piperine, boosts curcumin absorption by as much as 2,000%. It's like unlocking a heavy door with the right key. Suddenly, the benefits flood in. Research supports this as well. A study published in the journal Arthritis and Rheumatism compared curcumin's effect on joint pain to that of ibuprofen. The results showed curcumin worked just as effectively, but without the stomach upset that often comes with long-term use of medications. What I love about turmeric is how approachable it is. You don't need to hunt down exotic supplements if you don't want to. You can sprinkle it into soups, stir it into scrambled eggs, or blend it into smoothies. Each pinch is a small investment in joint comfort and long-term mobility. And because it tastes earthy and warm, it blends easily into many dishes without overwhelming them. When Margaret shared that she no longer dreaded mornings, I saw the hope return to her eyes. That's what turmeric offers. Not just pain relief, but the promise of better days ahead, where freedom of movement feels possible again. Ginger is one of those spices that seems humble at first glance, just a knobby root sitting in the corner of the produce aisle. But once you slice into it, the fragrance bursts out, sharp, warm, and alive, almost like it's announcing its healing power. Ginger has been treasured for thousands of years, not just for flavor, but for its remarkable ability to soothe the body, especially aching joints. The secret lies in compounds called gingerols and shogaols, which act like natural shields against inflammation. If inflammation is like rust slowly building on the hinges of a door, ginger oils polish those hinges, restoring smoother movement and less squeaking. I think often of a gentleman named Thomas who came to see me after years of struggling with stiffness in his knees. He loved to dance with his wife, but arthritis had turned those evenings into a memory rather than a joy. Medications dulled the edge of pain, but they left his stomach unsettled and he longed for something gentler. Together we explored natural options, and ginger became part of his daily routine. Every morning, he began steeping fresh ginger slices in hot water with a touch of honey. Within a month, he reported not only less pain, but also fewer digestive issues. His wife told me, with tears in her eyes, that he had asked her to dance again. That's the quiet miracle ginger can bring. Science backs up what Thomas experienced. In a study from the Journal of Pain, researchers found that ginger supplementation reduced muscle and joint pain by nearly a quarter compared to placebo. Unlike some medications, ginger doesn't just mask pain signals. It works at the root, reducing the inflammatory chemicals that trigger joint discomfort. What makes ginger so wonderful is its versatility. You can slice it fresh into tea, blend it into smoothies, stir it into stir fries, or even nibble on a small piece if you're feeling brave. And beyond arthritis pain relief, ginger supports digestion and strengthens the immune system, offering a double bonus for those of us over 50 who want to stay active and resilient. When Thomas returned months later, he wasn't just walking more easily, he was smiling more, lighter in spirit. The dance floor was back in his life, and with it, a sense of youth he thought he had lost forever. That's the quiet power of ginger. It doesn't just heal the body, it rekindles joy. Cinnamon is often thought of as a comfort spice, the one that makes oatmeal taste like a warm hug or turns coffee into a cozy ritual. But behind its sweetness lies a powerful ally for aching joints. Think of your bloodstream as a river. When inflammation rises, it's as if that river clogs with debris, slowing circulation and flooding your joints with discomfort. Cinnamon helps clear the river, improving blood flow and calming the storm of inflammation, leaving your joints freer and more at ease. One of my patients, Elaine, loved to bake. After arthritis set into her hands, kneading dough became almost impossible. She told me she felt as if her identity was slipping away, one painful morning at a time. Together, we talked about small lifestyle changes, and cinnamon became part of her daily rhythm. She began sprinkling it onto her morning coffee, stirring it into yogurt, and even experimenting with it in savory dishes. Within weeks, she noticed not only less stiffness in her fingers, but also more energy throughout the day. The sparkle in her eyes returned as she proudly told me she had baked bread again for her grandchildren. Science affirms her experience. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that cinnamon significantly reduced markers of inflammation in people with chronic joint pain. Researchers believe this is due to its abundance of antioxidants and polyphenols, compounds that act like shields, protecting the body from the wear and tear of free radicals. What's even more fascinating is cinnamon's role in blood sugar balance. High blood sugar can worsen inflammation, but cinnamon helps regulate it, cutting off one of arthritis's hidden fuel sources. The beauty of cinnamon is its ease. Unlike complicated regimens, this is as simple as dusting a little into your morning cup, adding it to a smoothie, or stirring it into warm apples. Consistency is the key. A small amount, taken regularly, creates gradual but lasting benefits, like oiling a rusty hinge day after day until it swings smoothly again. Elaine's story stays with me because it reminds me that healing isn't just about less pain. It's about regaining pieces of life we thought were gone. For her, cinnamon gave back the joy of baking, the pride of feeding her family, and the warmth of tradition. That's what makes this spice such a gift. It nurtures both body and spirit. Cayenne pepper is fiery, bold, and unapologetic. Just a sprinkle can transform a bland dish into something that wakes you up from the inside out. But beyond its kick, cayenne hides a powerful compound called capsaicin, which acts almost like a switch in the nervous system. Imagine pain signals as messengers racing along wires to your brain. Capsaicin interrupts those wires, dimming the volume on pain before it ever reaches your awareness. For someone living with arthritis, that means relief not by dulling who you are, but by calming the constant noise of discomfort. I remember meeting Gloria, a 75-year-old grandmother with a radiant smile that had been dimmed by relentless knee pain. She had tried creams, pills, and even injections, but the relief was always fleeting. When we talked about natural options, cayenne pepper seemed an odd suggestion to her at first. "Doctor, you want me to eat something that makes my mouth burn when my knees are already on fire?" She laughed, but she was willing to try. She began adding small amounts of cayenne into soups and stews, gradually building a tolerance. She even tried a homemade topical rub, just cayenne blended with coconut oil, on her knees. Within weeks, she reported something remarkable. She could make it through her afternoon walks without stopping every block. Her smile had returned, stronger than ever. The science behind Gloria's experience is clear. Capsaicin reduces a neurotransmitter called substance P, which is responsible for carrying pain messages to the brain. With less substance P in circulation, fewer pain signals get through. That's why capsaicin is often used in over-the-counter arthritis creams. A review in the journal Pain confirmed that capsaicin applications significantly reduce joint pain in arthritis sufferers, especially when used consistently. What makes cayenne exciting is that it doesn't just quiet pain, it also stimulates circulation. Think of it as turning up the thermostat on sluggish blood flow, bringing warmth and flexibility to joints that have felt stiff and cold. For older adults, that improved circulation can mean better mobility and a renewed sense of energy. Of course, a word of caution, cayenne is potent. Start small, whether in food or as a topical rub, and always do a patch test on your skin first. Respect its strength, and it will become an ally. When Gloria told me she could keep up with her grandchildren on walks again, I saw the fire in her spirit matched by the fire in her food. Cayenne had given her back not just mobility, but confidence. Cloves are tiny, almost unassuming, little dark buds you might pass over in the spice aisle without a second thought. Yet within them lies eugenol, a compound so potent it's been used for centuries as a natural numbing agent. Many people first discover its power in dentistry, where clove oil has soothed toothaches for generations. But that same ability to dull pain and calm inflammation can be a blessing for aching joints. Think of eugenol as a gentle hand resting on inflamed areas, easing the tension, softening the edges of pain, and giving the body a moment to breathe. I recall a patient named Robert, a widower in his early 80s, who came to me weary of living with swollen, stiff hands. He was an avid chess player, but arthritis had made holding the pieces feel like a battle. His eyes carried the sadness of a man watching his passions slip away. We discussed natural supports, and he agreed to try cloves. He began steeping a few whole cloves in hot water each morning, sipping it like a tea. He also massaged diluted clove oil into his fingers before bed. Slowly, he noticed changes. The swelling eased, the stiffness softened, and one afternoon he told me, with quiet pride, that he had played 3 games of chess in a row with his grandson, without pain cutting them short. Scientific evidence echoes Robert's experience. Studies published in Phytotherapy Research highlight eugenol's strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects, reducing not only swelling, but also protecting tissues from further damage. Antioxidants are like bodyguards, shielding the joints from oxidative stress that can accelerate arthritis. By easing pain and slowing long-term wear, cloves offer a double layer of support. What makes cloves unique is how versatile they are. You can grind them into coffee, sprinkle a touch into baked goods, or brew a soothing tea. For those who prefer topical relief, clove oil, always diluted in a carrier oil like coconut, can be massaged directly onto sore joints. It works quickly, often bringing noticeable relief within minutes. But beyond the science, cloves offer something more symbolic. Their warm, comforting aroma can fill a home, reminding us of holidays, family gatherings, and moments of connection. For Robert, cloves didn't just bring arthritis pain relief. They returned him to the chessboard, to laughter with his grandson, to the simple dignity of hands that could still move with grace. That is the hidden gift of cloves, restoring not only mobility, but meaning. So there you have it. 5 spices that carry more healing power than most people ever imagine. Turmeric with its golden calm, ginger with its fiery warmth, cinnamon's comforting sweetness, cayenne's bold spark, and cloves with their quiet strength. Each one is more than flavor. Each is a tool of resilience, a natural step toward joint pain relief and freedom. When woven into daily life, these simple gifts from nature can help ease stiffness, soothe inflammation, and restore hope. Change doesn't need to be dramatic. It begins with small, steady choices, sprinkled into meals and sipped in moments of comfort. If this message speaks to you, I encourage you to take one simple step today. Choose a spice, try it in your tea, your meal, or even as a gentle topical remedy, and see how your body responds. Healing is never about perfection. It's about progress, one day, one choice at a time. If you found hope or insight here, I'd be grateful if you like this video, share your experience in the comments, and subscribe for more guidance on living fully after 50. Stay healthy, stay strong, and remember, you're never too old to reclaim your joy.